are you actually available to have the relationship with food that you desire? Okay, and it's a big difference. It's a big thing to talk about, because if you're not available to having the relationship with food that you desire, then you can never have the relationship with food that you desire, right? So I want you to write down, or just tell me below in the comments, what your feelings are towards food at the moment, okay? What your thoughts are about food at the moment, and what your behaviors are around food. So just take a minute to post below, what are your feelings towards food at the moment? So maybe you feel like, you know, anxious, maybe you feel stressed, maybe you feel overwhelmed. What is it that you feel towards food at the moment? Write it down in the comments. So I'll give you a moment to do that. And if you're watching the replay, do that still. How do you feel towards food at the moment? Pop that down. I'm going to write that in the comment as well. Journal prompt. This is hard to do with one hand. How do you feel towards food at the moment? Pop that down below, guys, in the comments. I'm going to show you this amazingness. Okay, so that's the first one. How do you feel towards food at the moment? Anxious, sad, stressed, whatever it is, overwhelmed. And then I want you to write your thoughts about food. So what are your thoughts around food at the moment? What are your thoughts around food? I'll pop this down below for you guys too, because I can't do it with one hand. And then I want you to write your behaviors around food as a consequence of feeling and thinking that way towards food. Okay, so maybe the consequence is, you know, I don't go out to restaurants, or I don't eat certain foods, or I don't keep certain foods in the house, or I limit the amount of food that I eat, whatever it is. What are the behaviors that you do around food? Okay, and whoever's on, just comment below. I would love to know. Okay, so some of your beliefs might be, I don't think I'll receive, I don't think, even in your relationship to healing your relationship with food. What are your thoughts about that? Maybe it's, I don't think I'll receive it. Like, I don't think I'll have a good relationship with food. I don't think it's possible for me. Nothing works for me. What are the thoughts that you're telling yourself around food and your relationship with food and your ability to heal? You know, what are your feelings towards being able to heal? Is it that you feel hopeless around it? What are your thoughts about it? Is it that you don't feel like it's possible for you? And then what are your behaviors in accordance with that? That might be that you don't even do anything. You know, you don't take the actions that you know that you need to take in order to heal, or you don't seek help, or whatever it is. I want you to write that down. Because the thing is, guys, your feelings, thoughts, and behaviors around food currently, they're going to dictate how open you are to receiving help, or how open you are to really receiving the relationship with food that you desire. It's like, I'm going to give you an example in relationship, right? If you're closed off, if you're single and you're closed off to receiving a relationship, maybe because you have the belief good guys are hard to find, or all good guys are taken, or gay, you know, a lot of people have that belief. If you have that belief, do you think that you're going to be open to receiving the love of your life? No, because you literally don't think it's possible. You have the belief that, oh my gosh, I don't think it's possible. You know, all the good guys are taken. If a good guy was to show up in your life, the right guy for you, this incredible guy, if he was to sit next to you at a bar, you wouldn't even give him the time of day, because within you, you don't believe that that's possible, right? And so what I'm saying is, you need to shift the energy within you. You need to be open to receiving the relationship with food that you desire. In the current state that you are in terms of your energy, etc., and your belief system, if you don't think it's possible, you will not receive it. You'll push away that guy. You'll push away that relationship with food that you desire as well. Okay? It's kind of like when you've been dieting for a really long time. Sorry, if you've been in a relationship and you've been fucked over your whole life, right? And then comes the time to find a new partner and you're completely closed off to it because you're like, I've been fucked over, like I'm not putting myself through that again, or you have these beliefs that, you know, every guy's bad or every guy's gonna cheat on you or whatever it is, and you're just not open to it, you're completely shut off within you, right? There's a contraction, there's a closing down. And so when you walk around in the world, you're not really open to receiving, right, from a man. And if a man was to come into your life, you'd be closed off to it. Like he'd sense that energy from you. He'd know that you weren't available, right? It's the same with healing your relationship with food. It's exactly the same. If you're closed off because you've been hurt from diets in the past and you've tried 50 diets, if you're closed off to the possibility of healing, to the hope of healing, to having a different relationship with food, there's no possible way that you can have that because your belief system is opposing what you desire. So what needs to happen is you need to align yourself back up with what it is that you desire and shift that belief system. It's not possible to have the relationship with food that you desire while thinking, this is never going to happen for me. I'm never going to have a normal relationship with food. Everything I try doesn't work. Do you understand? They're completely opposing points of view. To be able to have the relationship with food that you desire, you need to have beliefs like, food is amazing, like food fuels me, I'm able to stop when I'm hungry, stop eating when I'm full and eat when I'm hungry, and food is amazing and food is pleasurable, and have all these good feelings towards food. So it's not possible to attract the relationship that you want with food if your belief system doesn't yet align with that desire. Does that make sense? It's a really powerful concept to understand. Your energy around food will either show that you're open, meaning like, yeah, of course, food, it's possible for me to heal my relationship with food. I'm totally open for that. Versus shutting down completely of, yeah, I'm closed off to that. It's not a desire. It's not the desire itself that is showing you whether you're open to it or not. Because you just thinking, I want to heal my relationship with food is not enough. Your actual belief system, the emotionality in you, your energy has to be a match to what it is that you're wanting. Does that make sense? If it's not, it's kind of like you've put like a brick wall in front of, between you and the thing that you desire, which is, you know, an amazing relationship with food, right? And so where you need to play in is, you know, it's a different energy. If you think about how the belief would be, how it would be for you to think, oh, I wonder what it would be like to find an amazing man if you were not open to it. You're like, oh, what would it play in that realm? Like, oh, what would it be like to find an amazing man? Oh, what would it be like to have an amazing relationship with food? And you just play in the energy of that, and it will help you change your state so then you are in the energy of someone that would receive that relationship with food. Does that make sense? So it's not enough to do all the things. The answer isn't to do all the things. It's actually what's stopping you from having the relationship with food that you want. It's stopping you from being able to beat binge eating. You need to actually embody the state of the person that would have a normal relationship with food. Is there any questions around that? Just pop them below. I'm thinking of creating a masterclass around this concept on how to shift your energy from hopeless to hopeful. If you're interested, just pop yes below. If I get enough numbers, I'll do a masterclass on it at like a super cheap price. But this is such an important concept for you to get, because until you shift from contraction to expansion, from hopeless to hopeful, you will never heal your relationship with food, because your belief system is completely opposing what it is that you say that you want. Okay? Even though you do want to heal your relationship with food, your belief system is different. Your belief system says, I'll never be able to heal my relationship with food, because you're looking at past history of it having been true. And so the problem is with that is that you keep creating that same cycle of beliefs. Okay, you keep hypnotizing yourself in that way, and it keeps creating the you not being able to heal your relationship with food. So you just get stuck in this cycle, and it just keeps repeating itself, and then it kind of feeds on itself more and more and more. So until you get out of that cycle and believe something else and line up with the identity of the person that would have a normal relationship with food, it's completely impossible for you to have that in your life. Okay? Really important concept to get. So that's why it's like, you know, I've tried all these things. The trying doesn't work if you're in the energy of belief that it won't happen for you. It won't work. It's like going out on dates, but you still have resentment and belief system of, you know, good guys don't exist. Because then you'll constantly be on edge, right? When you're on the dinner date, you'll be like, what's wrong with him? Like, why is he interested in me? And you won't be able to enjoy and be open and receptive to actually attracting him and having and being available for that, right? Your energy will be closed off, and so maybe he won't be attracted to you, or even if he is interested in you, you'll be like resistant to it, because you'll be like, oh, what's wrong with him? Why is he interested in me? Good guys don't exist, so there must be something wrong with him. The same thing with food. If a solution that was going to help you heal your relationship with food came along, you wouldn't at this point be open to it, right? Or you'd self-sabotage in a way, because your belief system is, I can't heal my relationship with food. Healing my relationship with food is hard. Healing my relationship with food requires tremendous effort. I haven't healed my relationship with food up until now, so how is it going to be possible? History has shown me that it's not. And so once you get stuck in that belief system, like I said, it keeps feeding on itself. And so you need to get out of that. Okay? You need to get out of that cycle. It's the only way. We have to get you into another lane of thinking. Okay? So let me know how you found this video. Comment below what your thoughts are, feelings, and if you want me to do a masterclass on this. If I have like 20, 30 people, I will do. All right, ladies, I'll speak to you soon. Be kind to you today. Bye.